Hey guys, Huzz here, bringing you another commentary, this time on Kassadin mid. Now, Kassadin mid's one of them champions that is kind of hard and easy to play at the same time. And while I'm doing this kind of intro, I'm just going to line up all of the CS type of things. So if you just want to look at the bottom on who's doing well on CS, you can simply, just look down yourself. But we'll be going over it a couple times of the game. But yeah, Kassadin is an easy champion to play and a hard champion to play. To land his combo, to land his spells is actually pretty damn easy. But to actually be in lane with him is actually quite hard. As you can see, we were going for an invade in this game, but also they were planning to as well. The Nocturne and the MF were just about to run into this bush. So in we go, we're coming in for an invade, and this is actually a pretty good invade. Quite back and forth. Good AoE damage of the Varus. Get the flash from Nocturne. Always nice to get his flash early. Trying to get a kill. Now both teams are just back and forth, back and forth. You can tell this is quite a high-low game as nobody's fully committing. Nobody is literally just running into the middle of the team trying to get first blood. Very good play by both teams. No one giving away first blood. Obviously, we kind of did come out stronger on that as we did get the Nocturne flash. But other than that, pretty damn good trade by both teams. Now, the skill level of this game, well, it's not really skill, the rating of this game is it's a ranked 5v5 game of around the gold level. But individually, I think everybody in this game, or especially in the enemy team, I think they were all platinum or just generally in platinum gold. Pulling for Lee Sin. Now, the team comp we've kind of decided to go for this game, it's kind of just win lane. Obviously, they've gone for a global pressure team to dive on top of our Varus. They've got the Nocturne and they've got the TF that can eventually just, ult on top of the Varus and maybe be able to do something. If the TF were to pick up very early Zhonya's with his ultimate, he can bait out some ultimates on our side of the team. Now, I picked Kassadin for one reason, basically to kill TF. Now, I was contemplating to go Lee Sin mid in this game, as Lee Sin does absolutely, kill a TF if you play it right. As you can see, just generally poke, I do actually get him quite low. But the TF did opt for a elixir start, which, I've said in the past, some champions I think it's good to, go it on, and some I think there's just a waste. I think it's a waste on TF. Obviously, yeah, sure, he is an auto-attack champion. He's trying to survive a little bit earlier, but in the end of the day, he's that squishy. I don't think the extra little 100-odd health is actually going to help him that whole much. Now, Gals did pick Lee Sin again for the reason, basically to kill the TF. He's such a squishy champion in lane, and we always look for the first blood on a TF, especially, at this stage of the game. Get the silence on him so he can't, gold card away or something like that straight away. He pops his 4 elixir. And yeah, he's popped his flash already, and we get first blood. My Ignite picks it up. So that 4 elixir didn't help him at all. That's why I don't think it's a very good pickup on TF, as he's just such a squishy champion, it doesn't really affect it. So I've just gone back to lane, CSing as much as I can. Now, quite early on, I am actually trying to get used to CSing on Kassadin again. It's been a while since I've played him. But yeah, it just takes a little bit of a while. I've gone straight into a ranked where I maybe should have done a normal before I went into a game. But, I always like to test myself. Now, Kassadin's strength lies at level 6, like a TF's. When he gets out, he can start roaming, potentially, or he can just start bullying his lane opponent like hell, just getting them full bursted to like half health. Right now, the TF actually has an advantage, as I'm half health. I couldn't base then, as I would have missed too much XP, so I have to play pretty damn passive right now, where I would have loved to base, go back, and then come back really aggressive. So we look at the TF items. He's basically picked up nothing. Big trade going up top lane, and unfortunately we actually come down. It's not very good, that trade. They get 2 of us, we get 1 of them, but the Zed ends up with double buffs, which is a never good thing on Zed. He did have a 4 elixir, which he did pop in that fight, which I did think made a difference. Now, I'm telling my jungler at this point, I want a base, come cover lane whenever you can. So I do believe Gals will be heading to mid next time that he's up. Now, one thing I have to say about this TF, I'm not sure if he's very familiar with TF or something like that, but he always pops gold cards in lane. Like, you use the blue card there, sure, but you only really should use gold card if you are really planning to use gold card, like to stun an opponent, because it's such a giveaway. Like, maybe he's thinking, if I use gold card all the time, he'll get used to me using gold card, and then when I actually need it for the stun if a jungler's coming in, then he'll just think I'm using it for a minion. Maybe, but I don't think so. I think it's just kind of bad play. He's using blue cards every now and then, but I don't understand why he would use gold card, because the gold doesn't even do the most damage. The blue card does the most damage, but obviously doesn't stun or slow. It just gives mana back. Returning to lane, picked up my Tear of the Goddess, obviously building into that Xerath's Embrace eventually. As you know, on Kassadin you do generally want to get kind of tanky, obviously not resistance-wise. You're never looking to be like resistance tank. You're just looking for quite health orientated tanking on Kassadin, with eventually Rod of Ages and then that Xerath's Embrace with that shield. It's always quite tanky on Kassadin. I'll be much tankier than this TF, so that's kind of what I was aiming for. Now, gank on top lane. This Zed should have expected a gank, as obviously he's got double buffs, and they don't want him to have double buffs. So they're seeing if they can pick up the kill, and unfortunately they can't. But, still pushing him out of lane is always a good thing. Now, I did actually miss this. I will quickly go back. I don't do this often, guys, but I may as well. Returning there. So I'll speed it up all the way to where the point is, and it is quite a weird turning point and something to note. So I return to the lane. The top lane gank's about to come in. Actually, I'll speed it up a little bit more. Going to force the TF to back in any second. There he goes. They're doing the top lane gank, and here we go. Put it down to normal speed. Nocturne's come over to cover this lane, which is, fine move. Well, the lane is actually in the middle of the lane, so maybe it's not needed. Nocturne goes aggressive on me. Fair enough. He's done quite a lot of damage to me. I decided to fight him, put him in position for one tower hit, and bam, he has to flash again, and I flash and get the Q. Easy kill. Why would you ever do that? I forced him all the way back here, sure. Then he should have just backed off. He did enough damage to me that the TF would have dominated me in lane eventually when he came back. I'm level 6, so we are looking for another kill on the TF. I'm quite low, but here we go. He does gold card one of us, but it doesn't really help. And there's another kill. So as you can see, the Kassadin Lee Sin combo is brilliant for bullying, especially a very squishy champion like TF. Obviously, TF does have no escape, apart from my level 6 if he just ults away, but he'll never do that if I'm in lane, as obviously my silence will always stop his ultimate. Playing a bit of a brawl going on. Obviously, Zed ult going down with, Darius trying to do as much damage as he can to him. But this is a very back and forth lane. He picked Darius for a reason, basically to try and counter the amount of damage the Zed can do early. But obviously the Zed has opted for the Brutalizer, and our Darius has headed for the Doran just to be a bit more tankier. But I would say the advantage is lying in Zed's court right now. So mana issues are, around on Kassadin. They have always been around. It's just a champion that he has very high mana costs, and you do spam them somewhat. Obviously, your Rift Walk, you do that every other second, that type of thing. That's why I opt for the Rod of Ages and the tier build, which have eventually been Xerath's, as it does help you manage your mana a lot better than just going pure damage. Now I am heading over for the blue buff right now. Lee Sin's setting it up for me. Let's see how bot lane's doing. Bot lane, good. They're ahead on CS. No kills, no deaths down bot lane, either team. So yeah, pretty good by our bot lane. Especially, I will say very especially, against an MF Thresh. This lane is currently one of the best lanes in game. They are one of the most aggressive lanes. And you pretty much should always win lane if you are this lane. Especially early game. Late game, sure, they do fall off a bit. The Varus does become stronger than an MF late game. But definitely in lane, an MF should be winning against the Varus. Especially with a Thresh. Now, for the past couple of days, I have been wanting to play Kassadin, but seeing that in our pick order in our team, obviously you can't change your pick order. Your pick order is what it is, and I don't know what it is even based on. I hope Riot someday will implement a feature that you can actually alter your, pick order in your team. as you've got Galzuk, who's our jungler that owns every single champion in the game. You've got Patsy, our AD, that owns every single champion apart from about 5. You've got myself that owns every champion apart from about 10. And you've got Jeff that, you got Eben and Jeff who have a bit less. So generally, we'd want them in positions that are okay, but then we'd actually want... Well, we generally want mid lane nearer the bottom, as mid lane is in our comp and our team anyway, I normally get fed in mid lane, so it does really help if I pick a champion that actually can carry. Looking for a gank on the TF. Don't know what happened with Gal's Q there. That went a bit odd. I think he went a bit on vent when he did it. Unfortunately, though, that probably would have been a kill. Now, this is the moment that I cringe this game. He was on about 25, 30 health, and I don't manage to get a kill. I thought I was going to kill him anyway, but his health potion healed him up enough, and he did actually manage to get a kill off me. So that's really annoying. It happens though, but here we go. Gals is in lane right now, and bam, well played by Gals. Really well played. So I've picked up my Catalyst right now and Boots, so I'm a lot more tankier. The one thing I have to say about Kassadin, like in Anivia, you don't actually pick up that much AP really early on. If you do, then you'll have a lot of mana problems. Like, you just set yourself up, that type of thing, and yeah, eventually, you're looking probably about the 15-minute mark is always a good mark, or 15 to 18-minute mark when you pick up your Rod of Ages. If you just go for Rod of Ages, then you're looking around probably the 13 to 14-minute mark. But if you're just wanting or if you want both the items, then you are looking about the 15 to 18. One thing to note in this game, and I don't actually know if I'm all honest, they are ahead in gold on us, we are ahead in kills, but the CS is actually very even. Mid lane is more or less even. I'm going aggressive on the TF right there, but yeah, mid lane's more or less even. Junglers are even in gold. Even Lee Sin's got 3 kills, so he should be way ahead. Top lane, sure, that's where probably the most of the gold is losing in this game. He got a kill on the Zed, so well played by Darius, but I do think the Nocturne does pick him up anyway. And then bot lane's winning, so I don't actually know how they are over 1,000 or 1,000 gold ahead at this point. There's 1,000 gold difference on Zed and Darius. That might be it if everybody else is relatively even. Yeah, okay, that's where the difference is. Top lane that is making the difference in this game right now. Probably just waiting to jump on this TF, waiting for his gold card to disappear, and then probably jump on him. He's basing, so this just gives me free lane, free XP, that type of thing. So I will be pushing as much as I can while he's gone. Now, certain pros do like Kassadin. You got Xpeke that has got a very good Kassadin. You've got Ocelot that has a very good Kassadin. So yeah, I do like Kassadin. As I said, I haven't been playing him a whole lot recently. I think I've remedied that. And another champion that I haven't been playing a whole lot recently is Karthus. Now, Karthus is one of my favourite champions. And my bit of E-peen that I'll say is I actually beat Athene in a solo queue game on my Karthus against his Ryze. That was a pretty fun moment for me. But yeah, I beat Athene on that. So my Karthus is pretty good. And I do actually have a Karthus commentary that will be coming in the next couple of days. It was the game after this. So yeah, that will be coming. It's a pretty long game. I think it was like 56 minutes. But it was a really good game. Very close game. It was basically, we played like EG, or we played like the old CLGEU, where you just slowly kill them off. You just slowly, strangle them, and you get the win. Again, Lee Sin setting up my blue, get it quite nice and easy. And I think we're actually calling bot lane, if we might go bot lane. So yeah, the Nocturne ult in, we're rather deep, and we actually make our way, and we're saying, right, we want to fight, we want to fight, we want to fight. So here we go. 1 kill. Really low on mana, so this is quite a shame. Obviously, mana costs on Kassadin high. Get the threshold though, so always nice. At this point, TF was doing his blue. So yeah, we did a pretty good job of timing that. Obviously, that was actually pretty poor by their team. They should have realised, okay, TF's doing our blue, so that means they're doing their blue, more or less. Or they should be. Coming in for the kill on TF right now. Get his flash, Rift walk over, nearly dead, and E. So bam, get another kill. Yeah, sure, top's dead again, but in the end of the day, our team generally gets quite tanky, so I'm not actually that scared of a Zed, although he will do a lot of damage. I'm not saying he's not going to do damage, because he will. Darius is doing quite a good job, though, at trying to stay as much like with him in CS, although he is quite behind in kills and that type of thing. So yeah, pick up the kill on TF. Waste is blue, and I think at this point I get my Rod of Ages. So yeah, 15-minute Rod of Ages with the tier, with the boots. So pretty early in that fact. I put a pick down in this bush. They might be looking for Dragon soon. They're still ahead on gold, and as I was saying, that is top lane again. I will probably be now ahead of gold than the TF. Yep, I'm ahead on 600. Supports are pretty much even. Our jungler's slightly ahead. Top lane, that is where the big difference is, and the ADs are basically even with 100 gold difference. Now, Lee Sin was trying to get a sneaky gank, but they do have a ward here as well. He misses the Q, unfortunately, and that might have been a kill if he hit it. I am waiting for TF to come back in lane, as I will do a chunk. I think I might miss the Q there. Gotta love smart cast, but yeah. Here we go, we're going in on the kill on TF again, and we do get it. Waiting for maybe the W for Lee, but he doesn't need it. So another kill on TF. As you can see, we are farming this TF this game. This is pretty much what we planned with picking the Kassadin and the Lee Sin. Always nice when a plan goes, you know, as planned, really. Now, Lee Sin is looking to kick the Nocturne back into me right now. So here we go. Kick. Burst. And right now I'm saying get out, get out, get out. As he spell shields pretty much my burst. You know, I think he spell shielded my Q, I think, which does the most damage. Bam. Get onto that Thresh with, you know, all combo. And nice kill for Varus. Again, I jump in. Now, you will see me be quite an aggressive Kassadin. I am one to jump into the middle team. Bam, get another one. Flash out. TF's coming in way too late, I feel. And, yeah. They are looking to get this kill on TF again. As, you know, I don't know why he's thinking. And, again, Nocturne tries to get the kill. So close. Unlucky for that Nocturne. But, yeah, we pick, I think, 4 of them up for none of us. That was brilliant by, you know, our team. Obviously, their Zed is not involved. Their Zed is pretty damn strong at this point. But as you can see, just by the health bars, the Darius is becoming a bit more tanky. Resistance-wise, they're fairly even in resistance-wise anyway. So, yeah, this is a free dragon for us. So this will help Darius. And that has given us the gold lead. All that 4 kills and that dragon's given us the gold lead for I think the first time in this game. So I pick up my Sorcerer boots, which is always a nice pickup on Kassadin. Obviously getting that Magic Pen. Now, basically, me getting Magic Pen this game was pretty much a top priority, as they probably will start building either MR against me, or if they don't, then if I still build Magic Pen, then my magic spells would basically be doing true damage, potentially, if they have very little MR. I think I'm picking up a Haunting Guise from that Ruby Crystal, but I can't be sure. Bam! You can see my burst right there. That's like 2/3 of his health gone just with one combo. So if I do that again, he's dead. But immediately that forces him to back, which is basically the strength of Kassadin. Stop him basing, and Nocturne's coming in to basically cover lane. Or not, he's heading over to Wolves. So I'm pushing lane as much as I can because I know the TF is having to base, obviously, because I bursted in him quite a lot. So this is all XP and gold he is missing. Now I'm going to throw a ward over this wall, obviously using, you ward about here and it jumps over the wall. That is one thing always to know. Bot lane's coming up. They might be looking to get mid lane, as obviously mid lane is quite an important tower. I'm heading over to go do blue, and then I'll tell Lee Sin to go cover mid lane. Now you could say what other champions would work with this kind of combo. Now, if you are looking to assassinate the mid laner more so than anything, then I would say Kassadin's a pretty damn good pickup anyway. But, there is a couple others you can do. You can do one of the AD mids. Now, Kha'Zix was open in this game. Kha'Zix is one of my best champions right now, where I could have picked Kha'Zix into this game, and it might have done the same job. Fight going up top lane, I think they all back out, but I'm basically shouting to them on Vent. TF can come up, he's got ultimate, blah blah blah, but he returns to mid, and basically I'm just going to fight him. I know that I can easily beat him. As you can see, he's picked up a Negatron cloak, which is a bit annoying. But that's kind of saying, he's not confident against me. Now I'm coming over to try and get the Zed. They've had the fight because they saw that I bursted down the TF. So here we go. He does, do his whole clone thing over there. I am coming around. TF's ulting in, which is unfortunate, and a Nocturne ultimate. So yeah, we can't really do anything. That's basically what we were scared of. Bam! And bam. Get the kill on the Zed, so right now I'm on a rampage. And maybe I was looking to get that Nocturne ult over the wall. I should have ulted this way, not that way, because yeah, the TF was easily around that corner. Bam! Ultimate again. And I'm away. So yeah, I get one kill, not a total loss, it was a 2 for 1. Unfortunately, they obviously got more out of that than us. Now, we are looking to pick up this TF, maybe, potentially, but the MF turns up. Now, that is, yeah, as I said earlier, you will see me dive in on really low health. I am fairly confident on Kassadin, and you will probably see me survive on quite low health. I dive in and then just get out straight away. Because on a Kassadin, sure, his auto attacks actually do a fair amount of damage, more so than people actually think. Obviously, with his W up, he will be doing quite a lot of damage with auto attacks, but it's not worth it for me. I'm a burst spell mage, that's how I play Kassadin. Assassinate people, jump in, then get back out. Even if it's like with the flash, get back out with my flash, wait for my cooldowns, jump back in and burst someone again. Pick up my Haunting Guys, bit of Magic Pen, always pretty good. Bam, that's just a Q and an E, and that's half health. I jump in with my R, and yeah, it's really easy to, dodge a Thresh hook and get the kill on Thresh. Fairly easy, and you'll see me do that all the time. So right now I am 715 with 131 CS. Pretty damn fed this game. Potentially, let's see how much gold I've got. I am, just the most gold in the game right now. More so than their Zed, which is always good. I'm coming, seeing if I can come from the side. Burst the TF. Fights, there's a little skirmish going on. I'm basically waiting for this TF. Bam. E. Get out again. Now this is all what you'll see me do. Kill someone, then run out. Go back in, kill someone, run back out. Now we get the free mid tower. Always good. That tower is very important in the game. And we're still pushing, maybe seeing if we could do the thing. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Thresh hook actually does land on our Lee Sin, which is unfortunate. Leona ult goes down, so I'm just deciding to burst these Zed, as that is the biggest threat right now. Lee Sin's trying to survive. I get the kill on the Nocturne. Lee Sin does survive. Zed ult coming down. Pick up the kill on him also. So right now I'm on 10-1-5, picking up most of the kills in all these fights. And I'm basically saying not worth it, let's just back. TF ult comes down. Now this is something you should never do. Never split when a TF is there. He should have run with Leona. I was still around, so I probably would have come back if that TF decided to engage. But he had never split with a TF. That was a mistake on our Darius's part. Now I'm staying in mid lane for now, but honestly I really can't do anything. I'm just going to try and E the wave, just basically to kill it in one. But yeah, I need cover in mid. Okay, a Rift walk into it. It clears it. They're going to pick up the free dragon, I believe, which you can't really stop right now. We are still ahead on gold. But yeah, just returning to base, see what item I get. Get my Liandry's Torment straight away. Top tower goes down. They're going to get the dragon. So, you know, arguably it's an okay trade. Yep, got my Liandry's Torment. I'll be doing even more burst now. Obviously, with that dot damage going on from Liandry's, I'll be doing that little health percentage damage also, which is always nice in this current meta, where everybody seems to be building health. If we look on the enemy team, Thresher's got health. TF has like a little bit of health with the Doran's Rings, and I'll quickly say I am looking for items with health on it. Nocturne obviously got quite a bit of health items, Zed got a bit of health items, and MF actually got a bit of health items. So all my Liandry's will be stacking up on all that health. Blue buffs come up, so I am just going to take this down myself. Obviously you can see my auto attacks are doing quite a lot of damage compared to a normal AP. If you look how much my tier has stacked, it is full, so at any point now I can pick up the Zerath's Embrace. I think I picked that up relatively soon, not straight away though. So aggressive on the TF, obviously, as usual, and he's still going aggressive, arguable here. Rift walk away from his sphere and the hook. Quite easy. I do a bit of a taunt there, you know, just playing with them, trying to bait them as much as I can. They are grouping mid and we are pushing bot lane. So yeah, it's an okay just to taunt every now and then. Use the taunt. Don't troll somebody, but using a taunt actually can work every now and then. We'll probably pick up this mid tower, but they are coming from behind. Our team is coming from behind, looking for a fight. Bam, we go on the Nocturne straight away. Now this is one thing. We lack a bit of communication, as these guys should have run in right now, but they don't. Dead ultimate on me. As you can see, he will be doing quite a lot of damage. He does flash for me as well, but yeah, still. So this was a pretty bad on our part. They kill us. I think they might kill most of us. Hook onto the Lee. They think, yeah, they pick up the Thresh, and I don't know if they pick up the Nocturne. Pick up the TF. So, yeah, well played by Varus, making something of basically a bad situation. Nocturne ult. He mistimes the Q. If he were to get that Q as Nocturne was coming in, that would have been really well played by our Lee Sin. But unfortunately, he can't get it. So yeah, pretty bad overall by our team. They did practically ace us there. That was basically just lack of communication on our team. We went on the Nocturne as he did find himself alone. And these guys should have gone in right at that point, because they would have been completely split. Some people would have been protecting the Nocturne. Some people would have been defending in the back. So that would have been a pretty good team fight there. But basically, from memory, we didn't really communicate as we thought they were going in anyway, me and our Darius. So we didn't think there was much need saying go. But obviously there was. Pushing up the mid lane. If you have the mid lane pushed, it basically means then you could put pressure on the map elsewhere. Gotta love the sprinkler dance by Kassadin. Now this is okay. Here's an example of how easy to dodge a Thresh bit. That's it. Thresh hook. It takes so long to throw out that I find it pretty damn easy to dodge one. Don't get me wrong, he's a really good support, and if you land a hook like a Blitzcrank does late game, that's just a random hook and it hits somebody, bam, you could win the game right there and then. But just generally in lane like that, it's pretty damn easy to dodge a hook, yeah. Now that spell shield got from Nocturne, so this might be a situation to go. Obviously quite a long cooldown. They've managed to get off Varus with the hook. Well played by them. Team fight going on. Now I'm popping in and out of this fight, so I'm going to head back out, I believe. Ultimate on me. I think I managed to survive. Yep, I do. Pop. I just keep popping in and out. I'm still around. Normal people probably will be basing right now, but that's not for me. I don't like basing. Bam. Instant gib him. And yeah, another double kill. Bam, ace them. All of us are really low, sure, but we do get the ace. So well played by my team there. Communication there, we did have it. Obviously quite a bad engage for us. Obviously our Varus did get hooked, but flashed out straight away, and I don't think he got hit by the Thresh ultimate. So overall, pretty damn good. Picked on my nearly large rod, building eventually into the death cap. If we look how much gold I've got, I've only got 89, 90 gold odd. But I think I have been overtaken in gold this game, and rightly so, as my CS has dropped down, and our AD carry has, upped his game on CSing. Now, that is one thing I do have to say about Kassadin. You do have to mainly make your CS in the early game. As if you're just grouped up as your team, you actually do find it quite hard to CS with other people around you, as you don't have the range like they do. Just seeing if their blue buff is up where it's not. Now this is quite a questionable pickup by this Zed, if I'm honest. He went for the Spirit of the Ancient Golem. Sure, it's a good item, but why would you ever get it on Zed if you're not jungling? We're just putting some Baron pressure on right now. We know we can beat them in a team fight. So that's basically what we're trying to bait out. But yeah, it gives him the tenacity shot. Maybe that's what he was looking for, okay? So he's a bit tanky, gets the tenacity. We pull their blue buff over the wall, and I get a free blue buff. So hat to you guys. Always use your spells, correctly. Now we know Nocturne's here. We are thinking if we can go on him. Instant gib him, bam. Team fight breaks out. I'm over to the side. I don't want to get instant gib by the Zed, but you will see the Zed basically run through their whole team to get to me at any second now. Zed's here. Bam, ultimate's on me. He runs through our whole team just to ultimate me. I think I do go down here, unfortunately, and yeah, I do go down from the ignite. But if you are a Zed, sure you have your target, but never run through the whole team to get to me. Everything was going on here. This Zed should have walked around, and that might sound really stupid, that might sound really long, but it's literally just walk around. Now this is a dirt moment by Eben. Our Darius, he eased him over and he dies instantly. It was quite funny. These two should have just stuck together and it probably would have been quite an easy kill, but they don't stick together. TF's looking for a kill. I don't know where his ultimate to. His ultimate's up here. This is ultimate derp TF. This should be top 5 dirt moments of the year. He ultimated into a fed Varus. Why would you do that? And now he's thinking, I can kill you. No. So yeah, this TF was a very derpy one. He did actually build quite a Season 2 build. He didn't have that Twin Shadows. He didn't get that Zhonya's early. Obviously, he's building it now. But I love getting Twin Shadows and then Zhonya's. That 2 items just there and then. Bam, done. Because Twin Shadows, you know, easy for catching people in ganks. But then with your Zhonya's really early on, in a lot of them team fights, I would have ultimated in to bait my enemy team and Zhonya's. It makes people turn around. It makes them potentially burn ultimates. And it's for free. You know, Varus might have, like, say if I was this TF, I ultimate in, Zhonya's basically straight away. The enemy Varus, who's obviously on my team, would maybe ult him and it would miss because he's in Zhonya's. Something like that. That's what you do as a Zhonya's TF. Going to head over and get that blue buff. Obviously, Dragon has spawned also, which is going to be contested. We don't know Nocturne is in this bush. I'm just doing my blue buff right now. We don't think anybody's nearby. Nocturne makes his way over. I think they might actually just get this for free. Yeah, they get it for free. But a fight breaks out. Riftwalk again away. Now over here they are killing this Zed before he even get to me. As you can see, he was still trying to get to me with tunnel visioning. He was tunnel visioning so hard to ult on me that he was basically running through Darius and Lee Sin, and they just killed him. You know, he was ignoring all their damage, and they just killed him. So at that point, like, there's a certain point that you shouldn't tunnel vision. Now, I will say these players on the enemy team are around platinum level, so they should know, better. I'm just going to go farm. As my tower pushing is not amazing, especially with low mana, I could probably W once or twice, but these guys will do it fast anyway, so there's no need really for me to be there. They're going to pick the inhib up for free. And yeah, this game is looking good for us right now. Now, I've just picked up my death cap. I am 14-3-12, so done pretty damn good this game. One thing I will criticize about myself this game is my CS. 30-odd minute mark, I should be over 200 easily, where I'm not. 453 AP, quite a lot of AP, and I think this item will be building eventually into the Zerath's Embrace. Now we're heading over to Baron, as this should be relatively free also. Now they are charging, we know they're coming, they're running straight through minions and a ward. And obviously the bot lane is also pushing so that they might, lose that as well. No way they were going to get there in time for us getting the Baron. They do TF ult to basically scout us. Varus ult misses as he does spell shield with the Nocturne. Now we are pretty strong still. We may be looking for a fight, but I think we do call back. We have burnt Varus ult, which is a pretty damn big ult for us. So yeah, I head over. I didn't finish the blue last time, so I'm going to go ahead and finish it now. Bot lane again, still pushing. Get this, got the tower to just under half right now, so well done to the minions. Good member of our team. Now this is a derp. I see that the blue X is still there, and this minion was like no health, so I just pick it up there. Now Lee Sin does pick up a Thornmail. There are very few chances or few opportunities that I say for Thornmail's good. This is potentially one. They have a relatively fed Zed. They have a relatively fed MF, not really fed, but just strong, I'll say, okay? She has got, good CS, but she is negative in kills. And they have a Nocturne that seems to be diving on all AD damage. Obviously, their TF still does a bit of AD damage with auto attacks. But yeah, Thornmail is okay this game. Now, Thornmail does give a hell of a lot of armor. It gives 100 armor just for one item, and obviously gives the 30 damage back. Now, some people buy Thornmail. I have seen the Korean scene buy Thornmail more so than the EU or NA. But still, it's not an item that I regularly pick up. But Galzik this game thought it was an okay pickup. Now, their blues also spawned, so I'm going to pick up this. And we are looking to get this tower right now. Maybe even a fight. So we're going to see what to do. You'll always see me over to the side doing my little Kassadin thing. Bam, burst him. I know that hook was going straight into them because there was no reason he would hook into empty space. They've warded over here, which I don't think gives vision of me. So yeah, again, I'm probably just going to look to do the same thing. Now, he actually does hook me, but no way he's going to jump on top. So as soon as his hook goes, I jump on him. Now, that is something they never expected. Bam, team fight engages and clean them up. They'd probably never expect me to jump onto the Thresh as soon as his hook disappeared. Now, that's one thing you do as Kassadin. Always do things that they're never going to expect. Be the assassin that you are, and you should find yourself quite an easy win. I think that's the game. Yeah, there's the surrender, guys. So a pretty good game on Kassadin. Did some pretty damn good plays on him. Obviously, CS I would have liked to be a bit higher, but still did a good job. So as always, thank you for watching. Always say what you want to see in the comments. Now, the next upcoming ones will be Karthus. There'll be, I think, well, I don't know when I'm going to put this video up, but there'll be a Heimerdinger within either before this video or after this video. And I'm going to try and do other lanes for you guys. Now, obviously, I have done a Varus one, but I'm going to try and do some top lane. I am fairly familiar with a few top laners. I love Renekton, love Elise, love a few more. So I'll throw one of them up, and maybe I'll throw a support one up. I think the support might be a little bit unpopular, but in the end of the day, it's an element of the game that's needed. And I do play support every now and then. So anyway, guys, thank you for watching, and keep playing League of Legends.